Welcome back to StitchPhiles with Barudan America. I'm Brandon.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Bob. I don't know why that's so awkward.
You know what?
Do we have to enter? Do people know us by now?
Yeah, this is going to be way too much information, but when I was peeing, I was sitting there thinking, do we really need to do the intro? Is that too much
What
information?
did you come up with?
I don't know. I got finished and washed my hands and the thought left me. Yeah. If you don't know us by now, then that's on you.
Well, I mean, it's courtesy to announce your names to people who've never watched before, and hopefully there's new people.
Yeah, hopefully.
But to our regulars, they know who we are.
Yeah, and thank you, as always. Alrighty, today's topic, we're talking all about networking.
And we're not social media networking.
No.
We're talking about machine networking.
Yeah.
Right?
Although, I could use a lesson on social media networking.
Okay. I'll
We can get into that after.
hit me up on Facebook later, and I'll give you a lesson.
I think step one is having an active social media presence.
Yeah, I know what you're
Which
saying.
is the worst part, right?
That's the worst part?
Yeah.
What's the worst part?
Yeah.
Just like engaging with people actively on social media.
That's why I
Aside
don't
from
do
a
it.
business, like I don't care about, like I'll do like the Baroden business stuff, but myself, no.
You don't?
I don't want people finding me.
Why do you have one?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I like to be
I like to be-
anonymous.
yeah, a little unknown. Just for the memories.
That's what I do
And
miss.
to creep. Yeah, I like to creep on other people.
I don't do that, but I do miss, like, seeing other people's stuff.
So you do miss creeping.
Is that creeping?
Yeah.
Sounds to me.
No, like my friends, like the pictures and.
Well,
you know what I
why
mean?
did you quit?
It's just, it got to be overwhelming. Too
It
much
is a lot.
wasted
It's just-
time, and
I had a Facebook one time.
I have a Facebook.
And I still
have
get
two
I still get
friends.
friend requests, and I don't even have an active page. Why is that?
I think they're bots. I think they're mostly bots.
But you can like, just because you're not active on it, people can still send you stuff. Like, be my friend.
They might even think you're active.
Yeah, if you have an account, people think you're
I
active.
had people get really mad at me because one day I just said, I'm tired of this, screw it, and I hit delete my account, which it really never deletes it.
It just
It
saves
just puts it out
for
there
later.
in limbo somewhere.
I don't know if
And
that's
people
true
got-
because my original Facebook is gone.
Really?
Yeah,
Gone.
it's gone, gone.
Anyway, I lost.
I did really
I lost
redneck
some.
that up.
I lost some cyber friends.
What's better, cyber friends or cyber enemies?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to either one of them.
Yeah, you should.
But they got mad and said I deleted them. And I said, no. Well, in a way I did, didn't I? But I didn't announce it. I just got mad one day and said, this is silly. And I just, in a fit of rage, hit the button.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. I just said, I'm tired of this crap. Just too much arguing and fighting and all that stuff. That's what got me.
It's so much of that.
It was really good when it started because I found some college friends.
You used
high
to have
school
to be in
friends.
college to have Facebook.
Yeah.
That was like the original.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a big. I think I was already out of college, but I know Kyle had it because this was like UNC Charlotte. Like, you had to have a college
Yeah.
email account.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. That
Yeah.
was before my time.
Good old Mark Zuckerberg.
But I had people that got mad at me, so I deleted them. I said, well, I didn't really.
You just
But
deleted
I did, yeah.
Oh.
And
You
You
deleted
deleted your
them?
account, or you
Blocked
Well, then
them.
you didn't delete them. You
but
just.
they said they tried to get in touch with me, and I deleted them.
How did they get in touch with you, other than were these?
They
You know
told
what I'm
my-
saying?
they told
If
my
you're not
sister-
on there,
They told my sister.
oh, okay,
My sister's on Facebook all the time.
too much.
Ugh,
Yeah.
the drama.
Yeah.
The drama.
Yeah, and
That's, yeah.
well,
That's.
we need to talk about.
How many times have we talked about this? Several, right?
I don't know. I'm too old for that stuff.
Yeah,
I do
it's
have an Instagram account.
Yeah, that's what I miss.
I like Instagram.
Like my Facebook.
Why don't you do Instagram?
That was the reason. Like, it was too much crap on there.
On Instagram, you just put a picture on there. You know what? I rarely post stuff on there, rarely, but I look at everybody else's. And I think it's cool. I like to see pictures of the grandkids, and I like to see pictures.
I think for me,
Every picture tells a story, don't it?
donut.
That's
Yeah.
what Janis Joplin said.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yes.
It got to be too it messed with my, I don't know,
Vision?
anxiety or depression or
Mental
something.
health.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's very closely tied with.
Yeah. I feel like that everybody's, this big spike in everybody's mental health is, I think it's due to like social media and scrolling on your phone.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So
But-
I guess I'm better off with that. I do miss it.
I mean, I don't check it that often. Once a day, maybe, if I think about it. And sometimes I'll go a day or two and not check it.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't do that. It was like,
on it all the time.
not all the time, but when I would get in a pattern of like, oh, dang,
Checking
I
it.
just lost 15 minutes of time.
Yeah. What I hate is that it's just so. It's just like what I do. It's like muscle memory. You know?
Yeah, you just automatically get your phone. You're
You
just
have
like this.
Yeah, you have like 5 minutes
God.
before something else, and you're on your phone for 5 minutes instead of just like
Well, what would you be doing otherwise?
Here's what I like to do.
inventing something. Maybe.
Like a new
Investing in the
social
stock
media-
market.
A new social media platform.
Designing a motorized cooler.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we just set,
No,
we set a record for tangents.
I like
still on it.
people watching. Yeah, I'm not done. This is
Okay.
done when I'm done.
Okay. All right.
I like
I'm
people
fine-
watching
fine with
too.
it.
Like I find myself like I will make a conscious effort to not be on my phone so that I can watch people, which I guess is creepy. Like when I go
It's
to
the OG creeping.
yeah, I'm OG creeper. Like when I go, like if I'm out of town, I will go to like a mall or like a shopping center or a park and just sit and watch people like an idiot.
That is creepy.
I know, it's strange. I'm not doing it
Watch
like
out, everyone.
yeah, if you see, yeah.
Could be
You see
anywhere.
Brandon in a park somewhere.
I mean, it's like people are fascinating. I don't know.
Yeah, and also you should probably be aware of your surroundings,
Yeah,
like,
be aware
and
of
not
me.
be looking at,
Very true. I'm hyper aware of my surroundings, which
also leads
makes
to
me
anxiety.
yeah
So
makes
if
me
you've got your
paranoid.
camera out and you're taking pictures of people randomly, that's not a good thing, right? Maybe I should stop doing that then.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Okay.
I just take pictures
stop.
with my eyes. Networking.
So anyway, we're not talking about social media today.
Even though we just did.
Machine.
Yeah, machine networking. So we're going to talk about the different options Baroden has for networking your machine, and we'll go over the ins and outs of it, differences between them, and then maybe, if you're good, we got a surprise for you.
Wow. I want a surprise.
You know about it.
I hope
I
they're
was
good.
offered an aggressive mint, which
Yes.
I've never been offered an aggressive mint. So you kind of threw me off guard. I didn't know how to take that. She said, "Would you like an aggressive mint?" I'm like, well, what's it going to do to me?
It's going to kick you in the nuts. Take your wallet.
He declined.
Yeah.
I didn't want it because it scared me. Anyway,
Speaking of tangents,
yeah, it's horrible. Traditionally, getting a design. Let's talk about machines. Traditionally, getting a design into your machines was, all right. Everybody got something to drink. You don't have anything to drink.
Oh,
you want a drink
shoot.
of mine?
What do you got?
Orange water.
No. I made an entire pot of coffee this morning and left it.
At home?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Ashley and the kids are gone. I'm like dog focused. Like I got to get Nova up, and I just left. I have an entire pot of coffee.
Well, it's
When I-
not
when I
still
went
sitting
home?
on the. It's not still in the tea kettle, is
it
it?
turns itself off. But
Oh,
yeah, I'm losing my brain. But
okay. Well,
So-
what I was getting ready to say is,
you've been doing this a
I've
long
been
time.
doing this a long time.
Paper
when I
tapes.
first started, I got in just after paper tapes. There were still machines out there with paper tapes. So,
You think there's any
Yes,
out there that are still
yes.
operational?
yeah, maybe not in the States, but I guarantee somewhere in the world there is. Probably in the backwards.
I've never seen one. I know how they work, but I've never seen one in person.
It's just a device that goes on that
I
sat on the
just
back
said
of the
I know it.
machine. And oh, okay.
No.
said
Yeah. Thanks for describing something I've seen,
Well, when we-
not seen.
When
I know about it.
When I was with McPherson and we cleaned out the DC, the old DC in Greensboro, they throwed away 10 billion zillion rolls. Well, not that many.
Could they be used for anything else?
No,
I guess that's the reason to
I
get
don't
rid
think
of
so.
them.
I don't know what you'd use them for. Lottery tickets.
Yeah.
could those have been like converted?
Yeah.
Were they?
No. I imagine somebody did. Well, some of them were the blanks. They had to be punched.
Yep.
They had to have holes. That's where the term punching came in. They punched little holes in it. when they say you punch a design.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
That's kind of where that came from.
Yeah. I
But
would
there
like
were
to see
there were
one.
some tapes that were actually had designs on them that were thrown away when floppy disks came out.
The good old floppy disks.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
But we went to floppy disks, then we went to CF cards for a short time. Then we went to USB drives.
There's
There
still a lot
there
of...
are still people using floppy.
Yes.
Whew.
There's a lot of people still
Brave
using
people.
the CF card machines.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the CF card, except you can't get them anymore. Or they're very difficult to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they were fast. They were quick. And you could store a lot of designs on them, too, so...
Yeah, so we're going to discuss the other option,
Mm-hmm.
which is networking your machine.
Yes.
So we'll go. You want to do design file server first?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you
No, you
first.
go.
Nah.
So design file server, we offer that for free. If you get a machine, you have to call in to tech support and
Fill
do
out
all
the
that stuff.
form.
Yeah. And it will allow you to network one machine.
Design file server?
Mhm.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
8.
Yeah. Well,
Here, let's stop a minute.
let's
Time
break
out.
it down.
Time out. Design file server works on a COM port.
Yeah.
It does not work on the K series and newer machines.
Right.
It will not. If your machine has a COM port, I can't talk. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
If it has a COM port, a little 9-pin on the side of the machine, which will be an X series and older. Well, not too old. You won't go back to ends. No, it will go to an end. It works off a COM port. It does not work off a LAN card. It doesn't work off a network. So here's where it gets kind of sketchy, or not really sketchy. On the
I think that's where
single
I
head,
was going with it.
Yeah, the KT machines do not have a COM port. The KY, which is the multi-heads, with the exception of that beast right there, because that's a KT multi-head.
Right.
The KYs still have COM ports on them, and I don't know why Japan does that, but they do. Maybe they got a bunch of COM ports on sale.
Yeah, it is strange because,
Yeah.
I mean, computers don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
Do they?
They don't.
Not,
No, you can't even get a computer COM port on it. Everything's gone to USB.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, before that, it was parallel ports.
Yeah.
The big parallel ports is how you got designs into machines if you wanted to do networking. But now it's all COM ports. So, design file server will not work on the K series machines unless it's a multi-head.
Mm-hmm.
But it works on multi-head machines. So, and I think design file server, for all intents and purposes, it's as Brandon said, it's free. It's on our website. You can go on there and sign up, and we'll email it to you. But it's probably going to go away pretty soon, just because of Windows support, more than likely.
Yeah, that's...
We had that for a long time. It was out. That was out for like eight or 9 years, maybe longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it has been longer than that. Probably about 12 years.
Yeah, there's plenty of people out there that use it, love it. And some people don't even know about the networking options. They just think, got to use USB or whatever means you're using.
Well, I've got mixed feelings about, and Sarah and I were talking about this earlier. I've got mixed feelings about networking just one or two machines because, when you had the floppy disks, the machine had to find the design on the floppy disk.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it had to find it. And then when it found it, then it had to load it. So it took a little bit of time if it was a big design. With the USB drives now, it is so fast loading these designs. I mean, it only takes a few seconds. You pop the USB stick into the port, you hit the little USB icon, it reads the USB disk or USB stick, and then you open the folder. I guess I can't see that because when you're downloading a design straight to the machine, there's no looking for it. So
yeah, it takes that step out of it. It's just
Yeah.
push it, pull it, whatever, from your computer to the machine. There's no.
If you're doing like names, I would highly recommend it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't network. I'm just saying I think it's about 50-50 networking. You think it's that, or you think it's higher? You think more people are networking?
No.
You think it's 50-50?
Yeah.
I do.
And maybe more people. I mean, it amazes me that people don't ask about it. That the calls that we get. I mean, it's a maybe 1 in 10. Like, oh, can you network these? I mean, it doesn't seem to be that often. Maybe people already know, but
I think this upcoming networking option might make a difference in that, just because too it's kind of like a household.
I think it'll be a a huge influx of people who start networking. But
and it's affordable.
If you just have one machine and you're just sewing designs, I don't know if you want to network or not. I mean, because as I mentioned to John Kuhn on our last,
never heard of him.
He's some dude does tech work. And does he do tech work? Somebody said he sleeps in the back of his truck.
He called me yesterday. I think I talked to him for 45 minutes yesterday morning.
Well, it couldn't have been about anything.
He's just bored.
Well, he's not that bright.
I know. I have to help him walk him through stuff.
Anyway, enough about John.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a complex. I had a point to this. You got me off. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was.
You got yourself off
on the K-Series Automat. You can load a design while the machine's sewing. So if you're just sewing, let's say a left chest logo, 8 or 10,000 stitches or whatever, you can load a design. And if you're doing, let's say, 5 or 6 shirts, you can load your next design while you're doing that job and set your colors and have it ready, which to me is a huge advantage. If you have a single machine, you're doing names, the networking would be better because you could create all your names. Let's say 10 names, save that as one stitch file, and then shoot it over to the machine. But you could also do that with a USB stick. Too. You could put 10 names in one stitch file and read it into the machine and sew your 10 different names. So I don't know. I've never networked. When we had our machines, we didn't network them. We just used back then we were using CF cards.
Yeah.
That's how we did it. And it worked fine. So, but I guess the gist of all this is we do have the option to network. And we're going to get into the different levels of networking. So we mentioned design file server, which is for the COM ports on the KY. It's for the D, the V, the X, and the KY machines because they all have COM ports. The KT, you're going to have to go to the next option, which we're going to talk about, which is
Workgroup 10.
Workgroup 10. Well, I know where you were going with this too.
Yeah.
All right. Let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over the place.
I even hesitated even. Yeah, go ahead.
Design file server and the LEM is all stacked. It's kind of the same program, but it's not. And I'll tell you what the differences are in just a second. But with the design file server, you have the option of networking one KT machine or K-Series machine, period, via a LAN network. And why that's in there, I have no idea.
I don't either.
But it is. So if you have one machine and you want to connect it via LAN, you can do one machine with the free design file server. But again, I don't know how much longer we're going to keep design file server out there. I mean, as long as Japan keeps producing it and sending it to us. But I think at some point it's going to be probably dropped because it's not worth making it continually to make it Windows compatible.
Yeah, it's antiquated.
So anyway, I know we just confused everybody, but call us and we'll do a better job explaining it.
Yeah.
But so Workgroup 10 is the next one. And what does Workgroup 10 do, Brandon?
You can network up to 10 machines, and that's the name. The 10, believe it or not, the 10 at the end of that, that's what that means.
But it connects via LAN. It is LAN. Now, LAN is local area network. you can set up a laptop as a server, or if you've got a computer, Windows 10, has to be Windows 10.
Yeah, Windows 10. There's memory requirements. I thought I printed those off.
Can it be Windows 10, 8, 7, XP, or?
I don't think
I don't know
it
either.
will
I meant to print that off.
I thought I printed off.
You might be right about that.
I know it's Windows 10.
Yeah, I don't have it in my.
I wrote it down somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, I had my paper. Thought I printed. Anyway, yeah, we can put the specs.
Windows 10, Server 16, Server 2019. Design file server will work on 7 and 8 and 10. I don't think that LEM will. LEM is 10 and the two servers, 2016, 2019. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
Is there Windows 11?
Isn't there Windows 11 out?
I don't know. Is
Bad? Are you listening?
I know I was told not to update my computer. I don't even know what it has on
There
it.
there is 11 out. Yeah, it is out.
Because I think maybe
Well,
CRM
I don't think our computer. Oh no,
self-destruct.
I think CRM and Visual is not compatible with, with Windows 11 yet. It will have to be at some point in time, but I don't think we've done it yet. And if Dad watches this, he's probably shaking his head. He's probably going, "Oh, these idiots."
Yeah, well,
which he says that a lot about me, but anyway, you could get a small laptop if you wanted to and use that as your server, or if you use the same laptop to do your digitizing or your editing, you could actually set up a little network off of it and network up to 10 Baroden machines. And the thing with a network, it sounds really complicated, but it's not. We have technicians that can walk you through this, but the computer and the machines have to be given a static IP address.
Yeah.
And all that is that tells a computer, it designates which computer is which.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually name
it's just an identification
that's
for
exactly
the machine.
what it is. So if you're sending, you could call your machine Sarah, Brandon, Bob, and Jamie. You can actually name them if you wanted to, or name them 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4-head or whatever. If you didn't name the machines and give them an identity, a different IP address, then it wouldn't know where to direct the design to. Mm-hmm. So that's all that does, and that's a Windows thing that is pretty easy to do. Is to set up an IP address. You can set up an IP address in the machine in just a matter of a minute.
Yep.
But it points at which machine to send the design to. So, and that's good for up to 10 machines. That's $8.99 for that. And if there's any updates to it, you would get an update. And they do updates occasionally, but it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to work. There's 2 ways to get the design into Workgroup 10, and there's a push method and a pull method, and we'll talk about the push method first. And that's where the administrator or you or whomever can put the designs into the queue for each machine. And you can put up 100 designs. Is it 100 to each queue? It may not be that many. But you can queue up a day's work, let's say, to each machine and have them sitting there. And when you're finished sewing the design on that particular machine, you can kick it out of memory and the next design will take its place. So that lets you plan your work or your employees' work for the day.
Yeah, it's good for like managing the workflow
and that's usually how people work. Yep. Use that is they'll do the push method. The other is the pull method, where you have a barcode reader at the machine, and all of our K-Series machines and our X-Series machines have barcode reader ports on the back of the automat. Mm-hmm. So we sell barcode readers, or we'll give you the name of a barcode reader that works if you want to source them yourself. But in order to use the barcode reader, you have to print out a work order. Mm-hmm. With a barcode on it. And Wilcom will do this, Compicom will do this. Most of your softwares will do this. Yep. If your embroidery software doesn't do this, I think you can buy a barcode program.
Yeah, there's plenty of those out there.
Where you could run your work order through that, or your job order through that, and the designs would be stored in a little server area or a little folder somewhere and you point the barcode or the machine at that folder or the software at that folder, and it'll pull it from that folder into the machine. And that's really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people are doing that with LEM or Workgroup 10. There may be a few.
No, I think most of the people that I know that have it are
Larger.
Yeah, junior or pro.
But Workgroup 10 we've sold a lot of that. It's been a good program, and it's very stable. It works well, and there are hardly any issues with it as far as support. Usually, if it's a support issue, it's usually on the customer's end. It's usually something wrong with the computer or their network. So it's only as good as your network.
Yeah, and like your security, like access for your internet has something to do with that, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, most people who use Workgroup 10, when you get into your bigger corporations, that's when it gets a little bit more complicated. Somebody that's got multiple servers, firewalls.
Yeah, because the machine and the computer have to talk to each other, and sometimes those firewalls prevent that.
Yeah.
It can be a nightmare. With the barcodes, so I think this is correct, that there's other barcodes that you can read, but it's my understanding, like if you buy them, like Amazon sells them.
Barcode readers?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The scanners.
Yeah.
That we can't support something that's like, that we don't sell.
No, if somebody wanted to buy their own barcode reader, and they can,
yeah.
they're on Amazon or wherever, just contact us and we'll let them know which one works, because some of them are not compatible.
Yeah, and some of even the ones, I can't remember the brand. It's on Amazon. Yeah, I've heard people that have bought those and they didn't work either. So,
yeah.
But point being, if you buy them from us, we'll support them.
Yeah, we'll support hooking them up and all that stuff. But we'll give you. There's like 3 or 4 that we recommend that you can buy, and it's a popular. I can't think of the name of it either.
I can't either.
There's a name brand that we use that's been really reliable, and I think people even drop them and they last a long time. So that is Workgroup 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it allows you to connect up to 10. You said that, didn't you? 10 Baroden machines.
Yep. That's what the 10's for. That's how I remember it.
Oh, okay.
It's in the name.
So, Brandon, what happens if you want to hook up 11 machines? What do you do? Oh, my.
Sell one of your machines, and you can still use Workgroup 10. No, you need to move up to junior, and that'll let you do up to 100.
Yeah, it's just a souped-up version of Workgroup 10. And let me add this, too, is these, when you get to, well, if you design file servers free, it's a program that does not have a key. Some people call it a dongle, but it does not have a copy protection key on it. The Workgroup 10 and higher, they're a keyed system, so they have a security key on them. A dongle. They call them a dongle.
I don't like that word.
I don't like that either.
It's a terrible word.
I call it a security key, but it looks like a USB device, and it plugs in the back of your computer, and it has a chip in it that. It's to prevent pirating. It's just like any other software. It's a copy protection key, so your system won't run or your software won't run without this copy protection key. So Workgroup 10 has it, and if you have Workgroup 10, let's say you're at that 10 machine threshold, and you want to go to, say you buy 2 more machines, then here's the nice thing about it: if you want to go to LEM Junior, then you get $899 credit toward LEM Junior.
Just pay the difference.
So you don't have to throw away this key and
dongle.
Start all over again, right? So that's nice.
Don't let your dongle dangle.
But I also want to mention too that all of these systems read either DST or the Baroden format. So.
And other formats too.
There's a few other formats too, but those are the 2 that are
that's
used
most popular.
Yeah, everybody uses either DST or Baroden, so you don't have to use a special format. You don't have to convert them. So that's an added bonus too.
What a bonus! Anything else about junior? That's pretty much it. It's just
that's pretty much it. Up to 100 machines.
Workgroup 10 on steroids.
Yeah. Again, you can push the designs or pull the designs, barcode them, and it's for. And we don't sell a lot of those. Honestly, we actually sell more Workgroup 10s, and the next one we're going to talk about, which is Lem Pro.
Well, I think that's for the other feature that Pro has.
Yeah.
Because usually it's a big company running that, and it gives you the option to have reporting on the machines.
Yeah.
It'll tell you basically error reports, thread breaks, and run times, and how long it takes a design to stitch. I mean, there's tons of stuff. We might, I don't know, could we put that little sample report like in the link? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
Put that in
To
there.
see what the reporting
Mm-hmm.
looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple, but
Yeah, when you go
give
to
you an idea.
Lem Pro, which we sell quite a few Lem Pros, everything that you take from Lem Junior, which all the networking works exactly the same, up to 100 machines, but you're going to get reporting, and we'll explain to you what reporting does and how this works. So, Pro, it gleans all the information off the machine as far as the run time, the production, how many times that machine stops. If it stops for a thread break, if it stops for a bobbin change, if it just stops. Let's say the machine stops and it wasn't a thread break and it wasn't a bobbin change, and you see that the machine is stopped and you don't know why. Maybe the operator went on break or whatever. It lets you know at the end of the day how much that machine has produced. And if there's any issues, let's say with, let me back up a little bit. Let's say, so you got a 6-head there, and the operator comes to you and says, well, this machine keeps breaking thread. Well, and we've all said, well, it keeps breaking thread. Okay, which head is it? I don't know. It keeps breaking thread. Well, you can go into Lem Pro, and you can look and see exactly which needle is breaking thread. So if head number 5, needle number 6 is breaking thread all the time, then you know that's where your problem is. Now, if they're all breaking at a particular time, it could be a design issue, it could be something else in the machine. But at least when your operator said, hey, it's breaking thread all the time, you'll know exactly where it's breaking thread and exactly what stitch, which head, and which needle. And that's really nice for the maintenance crew, too, because they can pinpoint exactly what the issue may be. And it helps them. They know to go look at, head number 5, needle number 6, and, they've got an issue there.
Or maybe it's really not breaking a thread, and you need to fire your operator.
That's cruel.
Ooh. I just had that dark thought.
That was a dark thought.
Maybe you should just talk to your operator about why
I need to talk to my therapist. Yeah. They'd be like, let me sit you down. See, I've got this report here, and it says there were no thread breaks. So what exactly happened?
Yeah. But it also, Lem Pro comes with something called the Watcher program. So what that means is you get a separate program that's web-based, where if the manager, while he's in his office, he can look on a screen and see the machines in real time on the screen. So if he's got 10 machines pulled up there, and if they're red, he knows that machine's not working. If the machine is green, then he knows it's sewing. And he can tell if it has what's called an event. An event is a thread break or a bobbin change. Or the operator, if you want them to, they can log out. So you can get, at the end of the day, you can get the time that machine has been running, how many minutes it ran out of an 8-hour shift, and how long it was down. It just gives you tons of information. My phone's ringing. Gives you tons of information to track your productivity. And you get web reports, something called crystal reports that you can transfer over into an Excel sheet. And per machine and even per operator, you can see what that machine produced. We even have a couple companies who pay operators by the piece, and they use LEM to track how many pieces that they sew today.
I'll say, come promotion time, it's a good thing to bring up.
Yeah.
Be like, well, if you look at this data, check Jerry's over there. I think I need about $1.50 raise. Right?
You're a tough boss, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I am. I'm in a bad mood.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Is it the coffee thing?
Yeah, I'm kind of. I've had no coffee.
We have coffee here.
Do you?
I like how neither of us touched
No,
coffee.
I keep coffee here. I'm like, well, I want to be a good guy. I buy this out of my own pocket. You know that? I buy this coffee.
Well, do you?
No, I don't. Yeah. I just want to make you guys.
I know better. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. That was a lie.
I'm not a fan of
The K-Cups.
yeah.
You don't like them.
You don't like them.
Why don't you like them?
You don't like it? You don't like it?
It hurts my feelings. Nobody likes mine. Jamie won't even drink it.
Does she even drink coffee?
I think when she's hungover.
Yeah.
She comes
Who
in
doesn't? Am I right?
She comes in on a Monday. Where's the coffee?
Yeah. I started drinking again. Coffee. More than I should. I'd cut way back.
Well, you two are coffee snobs. You both are what I call coffee snobs. And
That's fine.
Yeah, no, you are. It's like a wine snob. People say, "Hey, how's this wine?" I don't know. Tastes like wine. You don't taste the grapes? No.
Well, most people put cream and sugar in it.
I don't put sugar in
hides
coffee.
the actual flavor you're supposed to be tasting. You just want candy in your mouth.
I like a little powdered milk.
Nothing wrong with it, but I like pure. I like to taste the beans.
So you do. There's floral notes and
Absolutely.
chocolate and hazelnut and
if Kevin watches this, he sent you some coffee that ended up at my house.
He said this is you and Brandon fix this. He knows I ain't fixing that stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, "See how you like it."
Who sounds like a
Yeah, and I was like, this is like citrusy, which is what I like.
Oh, it tastes.
And he
no.
flipped his gasket.
Yeah, somebody squeezed a
Fluid
lemon in
gasket,
there or
flipped
something.
his
I'm
lid.
like, I can't drink this. I tried my best to drink it. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, it's good though.
Next time, get me some Nescafe.
Nescafe.
that fancy stuff.
Still make that.
I don't know.
I don't need it.
Is there an espresso in there?
Yeah,
What's that
an
thing called?
espresso?
An espresso?
Yeah,
It's a brand.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Man, when I was in college, we drank instant coffee. We'd stay up studying. I know kids don't study anymore, but I took my education seriously.
I studied.
Back in my day.
I never studied until I was getting my master's. That's the first time I ever cracked a book.
Really? I was dumb. I had to study. But we'd stay up cramming for exams. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm going to flunk it anyway. What's the point? We all had instant coffee. I had a hot plate in my room just a long time ago. Had a little tea kettle on there, and we'd make our instant coffee.
Yeah, I take these little packs when I go.
Hey, the little things that I bought when we were in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Remember those I bought? The coffee in Atlantic City was so expensive. I was like $4 or $5 for, wasn't it like $4 for a cup of coffee downstairs? Well, you don't know. You don't drink that stuff.
I brought my own coffee too.
Anyway, he and I went to Starbucks and bought those little packs, which are actually pretty good. They
Vias or
really are.
something?
They're pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than the actual Starbucks coffee.
But I drank 3 of them, and I was like in the closet yesterday in the pantry digging around, and I found that box. It's got like 6 or 7 of them in there.
Well, hang on to it.
Yeah, it's good until October, 2022.
I didn't know
You can take
coffee.
him to the Fort Worth show.
Hmm?
You can take
Take
him
them
to the
Fort Worth. Yeah. Man, coffee's getting expensive. It's stupid crazy what they charge for coffee at these
It is,
hotels.
yes.
That's just hotels. If you're listening, bring down your coffee
Every hotel.
prices.
Listen up.
Oh,
Bring
yeah.
down gas prices and coffee prices. That's what I want to see done in this country.
When I'm president.
I'm president. Okay.
That's
Tam,
it for on the.
And that wraps up.
That wraps up
Lem
coffee
Pro.
talk.
I want to briefly mention a couple other things too. That is networking, and I just want to say, for some companies, we have something called BLE, which is Baroden Lettering Engine. Now, something that you can also do, which is the next step, and this is for huge, big companies because it's expensive. It's not for the mom and pop, but we have something called BLE, which is the Baroden lettering engine, which does automated lettering. So we have probably 30 companies out there using it, and most of them are, what do you call it? They have web. Well, they have.
Oh, it's
website.
it'd be
What's
like
the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I want to describe it, but I'll sound dumb. You can create.
Yeah, a logo.
What do you call that? It's not personal. Well, it is
It's like
personal.
It's like a web store.
Yeah, but
Personalization.
you can go in and type in your name and then see it on a shirt.
Choose a font.
Yeah.
Choose a font.
What is that called?
I'm
like
drawing a blank right now.
on-demand something, but it does have a name. If Thad was here, he would be like, "You guys
Yeah.
are dumb.
Yeah.
Y'all are beneath me."
Yeah. Anyway, you can go online and type in your name. We have companies that do this. If we mention them right now, you know exactly who they are, and I guarantee you've bought stuff from them.
You should drop a name.
I don't want to do that. Personalizationmall.com. But you can type in your name. It'll, what do you call it? Superimpose it. Is that right? I'm saying, I don't know why I'm so dumb today. And it'll put it on the garment, on a towel, on a pocketbook, on a kimono. I don't know about kimono. Whatever it is. And you can kind of get a visualization.
I know what that is, but when you said the word, I was like, "What is that?" I thought it was a dragon.
And
Kimono dragon.
If you like it and you say yes, I want to keep that, then it will automatically create an HTML file, which when the operator, this amazes me.
This is technology.
This is like magic. So when the operator gets that barcode, that HTML file is sitting there. When they barcode it, it goes into a
Space.
no, it goes into a stitch file converter, and when it comes to the machine, it's that name in a stitch file.
It's magic.
I still can't figure that out. Saved my life.
Yeah,
And it doesn't convert the file until the operator calls it. It doesn't make this file. It sits there until it calls it. Then it runs it through the embroidery software and comes out.
And it's lightning fast.
It really is. I mean, it's
cool.
It blows my mind.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's called BLE. We have that. And again, it's not for mom and pops. But you can buy it if you want to, if you win the lottery. But if you win the lottery, you probably wouldn't be an embroiderer.
I think that's exactly what I would do.
Buy a bunch of embroidery machines. If you won the lottery.
Yep.
I don't think I would.
Yeah, I think it's. I love it. It's so fascinating to me, and
that's more fascinating than being on an island somewhere.
I mean, you could have your embroidery shop on your island if you want.
Yeah.
Would
You don't have to worry about like
running
shipping
it?
costs.
Would you be running it?
yeah,
You could also hire someone,
You could, but what would you do? I'm asking you to.
I'd run it. I'd run it.
But you're a multimillionaire.
I don't care. I don't want to just sit and do nothing. And I
Yeah,
get real tired of the beach after like 4 days.
Yeah, I kind of like the mountains, don't you?
I get tired of that too. I need to be doing something. I don't want to sit and
You
do
can have
nothing.
multiple shops. You have the money.
Yeah, that's right. You can put one in the mountains.
Come
at
on,
the
mountain
beach.
shop. You want that? You have to come to my island shop. We do beach towels.
No, but we got BLE. We got something called Monogram Builder too, which if it's just doing monograms, then you can add the Monogram Builder to the Baroden lettering engine, and you can have automated lettering. That's the word I was looking for. Automated lettering, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But you have to have the networking software to get it to the machine. Then you have to have BLE to create the other part of it. So, and we're getting ready. Should I say it?
I
Are
think
you talking about the
so.
surprise?
No.
Or just like the general like direction.
Yeah, the LEM and the BLE and all is getting ready for a major update probably this fall. And there's going to be some more features, more feature packed, more speed. We're going to have, I'm not going to say anything about the API.
You just did.
You're going to delete it. You're going to edit it out.
I don't think he did. I think everyone's hearing it right now.
I can flag it right there.
No, it's good. Well, we're going to have an API to where people can write programs. It's just going to be a huge expansion on this program. We've been doing a lot of testing. The testing's been going great, but for our enterprise customers, the huge customers, they're going to really like what we have coming out. LEM is going to go to a product called BNet. I'll just go ahead and spill the beans now, and it's going to be completely it needs a facelift. It's going to be upgraded, a new dashboard. So, we're still tweaking it a little bit. Our software part of Baroden in Japan is doing some tweaking to it. So
it's been a process.
It has been a process. And, I didn't think it would be as big a process as it is, but I mean, they're almost completely rebuilding it. It's things that we've asked for years are finally coming to fruition. So I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway,
stay tuned.
The bottom line of all this is, even from the smallest shop to the largest, 500 machine businesses.
Good God! Did you throw up?
Man,
What the?
Can you edit that out?
Hell no. Even to the biggest embroidery.
And I had tuna for lunch. It is
Wow.
not sitting well with me.
Keep it over there, dude.
If anyone needed an aggressive mint.
I need one now.
Yeah. Maybe she was hinting at, hey, buddy, you got some hot breath.
Man, that kind of came out of nowhere.
It came from your gullet.
We all heard it coming.
I got to lay off the tuna. I'll tell you, the thing about trying to eat healthful.
Healthful?
Healthy. It is helpful. That's everybody says eat healthy. That's not right. It's helpful. You eat helpful. Trust me on this.
Did you have a stroke?
This is a horrible podcast.
No, it's great. Healthful.
It is. You try to eat well, and it gives you a lot of
And stay healthful.
gas.
Does it?
Tuna
What
does.
about tuna gives you gas?
I
I've
think
never
it's
heard
got-
that.
I don't. It's the fish. When it swims in the ocean.
I know what
Fish in
I know what a tuna is.
Your mother doesn't think tuna's a fish.
Oh my
Really? She will not eat food. She hates seafood.
That's true.
She
She
eats
eats
tuna.
tuna. Yeah.
And I said,
I've never thought about that.
Yes, I said, honey, that's fish, right? She said, no, it's not. It's not fish.
Interesting.
I told her it's chicken of the sea.
Yeah. You need a Malox or something.
Trust me, I got some Tums in my bag. I'm going to go hit those things in a minute. I'll tell you how to half a bag.
I've never heard of somebody getting indigestion from tuna fish.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Ew.
it's okay. I'll make it.
Tuna and coffee.
I know what a combo.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but I like what I like.
Yeah. Guess so. All right. Anything else you want to vomit out of your mouth?
Orange water. It may be the orange water. It may not be the tuna.
Yeah.
No, I tasted tuna.
Oh, God.
We've gone off the rails entirely. All right.
Even if you got 500 machines. Where were you going with that?
I don't know.
We've got something for everyone.
Yeah,
I think
I think
that's
that's
where
what it
we're
is.
going.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was.
Black.
Came out of nowhere. It's like a tornado. All I heard was this loud sound. It went away.
It's almost like you went close to the mic. You're like,
I didn't think it was going to come out.
really? I could hear it coming, like traveling.
we all heard it coming.
I'm turning up another one.
I can't wait.
Telling you to.
Okay. Is it Starkist?
No, we can't afford Starkist. I think it's Walmart.
Great value.
I don't even think it's tuna. I think it's carp and what else?
Goldfish.
Yeah, carp.
God, I'm crying. All right. Anything else about the API BNet?
No.
Okay.
Just look for it this fall, hopefully. I'm excited about it, and I know Thad is. And a shout out to Thaddeus, our IT engineer in Cleveland. He has spearheaded this for years, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know much about all the technical stuff. I just say, hey, it'd be nice if we could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey, Thad, do you think we could do this? And he says,
That's about right. Gears turning.
yeah, Yeah, I think we could.
Yeah.
That was
No,
very
he's-
accurate.
It was
He's-
accurate.
Thad, I love him. I love you, Thad.
Do you think he'll be on the show around the time that this software is?
Thaddeus?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We
Is
got to
gonna
get
be
we got to
ready?
get him on here because he's got to explain the technical stuff. He can explain it a lot better than we can.
Yeah, I don't.
explain it
I don't
in-
understand any of that stuff. I'm like you. I'm like, hey, it'd be cool if this could do this.
And that's where
That's
it all,
where it ends.
And that's where it all starts from. I'm like, why can't
That's
we
how
do,
the
why
ideas
can't we
work.
make it do this and make it do this? And then he'll think about it and he'll say, no, we can't do that. And then 2 weeks later, I think we could do that. But anyway, he's our resident genius because I know none of us could do it. So we depend on him to make our dreams come true.
Yeah, I've started my little IT project.
Which is,
I can't talk about it.
oh,
I've already talked about it. I discussed it with you and Sam.
okay, I know what it is.
Thad says it can't be done.
My money's on Thad.
I'm interested.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Sam thinks it can be done.
I do too.
Yeah, I thought it could too till I talked to Thad.
Well, I'm not going to talk to Thad.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I've got some devices.
Oh Lord.
I do. I'll tell you about those later.
So we got something else that we want to mention coming out in the next few weeks.
Speaking of dreams coming true,
That is dream coming
it
true.
has been a long time
Yeah.
coming.
A lot of testing, a lot of cussing, a lot of fussing, a lot of late night tuna fish sandwiches.
A lot of back and forth.
Yeah. I don't eat my tuna on bread or crackers. I just eat it I just eat tuna. I know that sounds disgusting, but that's probably why.
No, just canned tuna.
No. My
Packets? Plastic
no,
packets?
No, his mother makes me tuna salad.
Oh, tuna salad. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant tuna out of a can. I
Oh,
like that.
I can do that. I
A
have
little
no
hot
problem
sauce
doing
on
that. Yeah.
This is giving me indigestion.
You don't like tuna in a can? Just tuna out of a can?
I used to, but I don't
You don't?
anymore. Now it makes me irpy.
Makes you burp?
Irpy.
Burpy? I don't know what that is.
You about irped on the microphone earlier.
You did it.
Somebody needs to clean this microphone.
That's going to be you.
Bluetooth manager. Let's discuss it.
Can we call it BM?
No.
Dang it.
Call it what it's supposed to be called. So we're going to introduce Bluetooth Manager probably next few weeks. And what Bluetooth Manager does, it transfers designs via Bluetooth, which I guess they float through the air, right?
Another thing we don't understand.
We don't understand it. Into the machine. So the way it works is you have a Bluetooth receiver where your USB
Dongle.
stick would go into the machine. You set up there's a piece of software that you put on your computer. It's good for up to, and here's where it gets tricky. It's good up to 7 devices. And that's not 7 machines, because this is how Bluetooth works. If you have a Bluetooth mouse, then that takes away one of the
Or if you have a mouse.
or a mouse.
You remember when you did that the last time?
Yeah. What happened?
The last time you explained it to us, you said like the same
Yeah,
thing.
you're like let's say you got one Bluetooth mouse, and then you got a mouse, and then also a third mouse.
No, like a mouse, a Bluetooth, maybe a keyboard.
There we go.
There we go.
What else would be Bluetooth?
Well,
Headphones.
just don't say mouse twice. I think that's what
Because you
she's
only
getting
need
at.
one.
Yeah.
Is that what I did?
Yeah, you
I
did.
don't know. Mouse, you can double mouse.
I'm sorry, but I don't even type. I just mouse it.
But
Keep in mind
So
that
7 devices.
yes,
Yeah.
there are the machine is a device.
yes.
A mouse is a device. A keyboard
Headphones.
could be. Yeah.
If you
is a
work
device.
with Bluetooth headphones, and that takes away one of your would take away one of your machines, so to speak. So anyway, it's good up to 7 devices. So if you've got 3 or 4 machines and you want to Bluetooth them and send designs to them, we tested them here on our Seal one.
It's super
And,
cool.
Yeah. Now we had this. When you started, we started
It's
working
been at
on this
least 2
Bluetooth.
years.
Yeah, and it took us forever to get it going. I don't know what it was. It just when I finally got it to work, it worked with a little bit of finagling. I couldn't get the machine to accept the design. But what we've done, there's a couple things we've done. There's a better Bluetooth system that transfers the designs faster. I think it's Bluetooth 4.0 maybe.
I have no idea.
Did you say it was like 7.00?
That's the software into the machine.
Gotcha.
So you have to update your machine, and Bluetooth is only going to be good for K series machines. If you've got an X, there's no way to make it work. And of course, a V is not going to work anyway. But an X series won't work. It has to be a K series or newer. It'll work on any K series machine. KT, KY.
What's newer than a K series?
Yeah, what's newer than a K series?
What did I say?
K series are newer.
No.
Okay, no. Okay, no, scratch that.
I was like,
I just
do I know something?
yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Oh.
It'll work on a K series. Period.
So many nuggets in this episode.
Yeah, a lot of little Easter eggs that you got to find. So we did some testing on it, Brandon and I, and it transfers designs really quickly. I know I was telling Sarah this morning when we were doing it. Before, you take your designs and put them into a folder, which is the Bluetooth Manager folder, and you point it at which machine that you want it to go to and put it into that particular machine's folder, and it would go to the machine. I know before it would sit there in the folder for sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, and before it would ever go to the machine. And I'm like, this is not going to work. So, Japan kept working with it, and I think they worked with Bluetooth. I don't know, with all the technical stuff, Thad could probably tell you, but this new version with the update to the automat of the machine, you have to have version 7.00 something.
Yeah.
And it also puts a Bluetooth icon on the automat, which makes it
trademarked.
super, super simple.
That was one of the reasons why it took 2 years. For
Yeah,
us to happen.
they had to make that little. Well, what is that thing? It was like a little spider or something, doesn't it? A little Bluetooth logo.
Isn't it just
Isn't
a B?
it just a B? I thought it was BT. Is it just?
Is it?
I don't know. It's definitely not a spider.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like it's got tentacles.
This. I always thought it was a B.
Yeah, it's a
like
B,
a
isn't it?
little B with like an X or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I just thought it was a B.
I thought it was a
Spider?
When you say
said
a
spider?
bee, you say the letter B.
Yeah,
not a
like a-
bumblebee.
Right.
I'm thinking it's like a lobster or a spider.
It's neither of those.
Are we looking at the same thing?
Well, it could be like trees. If you turn it up sideways, it's like
just a
forest.
B. That's all it is. It's a blue B, Bluetooth.
Okay. All right. Your bee is my spider, or my forest,
That's beautiful.
That is,
or my arachnid.
it's poetic.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be out in a few weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty
For
rad.
you folks that own the newer K-Series machines, you have to update your machine software, which will be free. The Bluetooth, we think is going to be around $500, and that's going to be the software, which is called Bluetooth Manager, and you're going to get a couple what do they call it? Not transponder, the little receivers. So
I had a question about. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Is the number of devices, is that a Bluetooth thing? Like,
Yes.
do they only allow you
Yes.
so many?
Yes,
And is
they do.
it 7? Is that just the number for anything?
I think so. Yes.
I've always wondered that.
Do you use Bluetooth at home?
Mm-hmm.
What? You have Bluetooth ear things, don't you?
I hate them.
You have them. You don't have them?
Yeah, I do.
I got Bluetooth headphones I use at the gym.
Yeah, I do. Too.
And they work really well. Every now and then, they won't.
That was my issue. I had some that I paid a decent amount of money for. And then one just decided I don't want to pair anymore. And I don't want to listen to something just on the right side of my head.
I think Bluetooth has gotten better as they've improved. They're at a higher version now. So I don't know if it's more bandwidth or wavelength. I don't know. But it seems like it works.
Yeah, I was curious if that was a Bluetooth limitation to the number of things that could connect.
Do you have Bluetooth in your truck?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use it?
Half the time it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think that's a Dodge thing. Mine will drop out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like I can listen, I can have a podcast going Bluetooth to it, but if a phone call comes in, it goes to my phone.
It won't come, and it won't come back.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing. I don't think that's a Bluetooth thing. I think that's the truck. My because I got a Dodge.
Thank you.
Ram, whatever. Mine will Bluetooth until I get a text message, and it'll beep, and then my Bluetooth goes away.
We've heard you talk to your Bluetooth in the truck.
That's what I was thinking. How fun that is.
No. Listen,
Hey, Siri,
That's not Bluetooth. I plug it into Apple CarPlay. That's what that is. I can't. It won't Bluetooth that. So
I don't have CarPlay.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, we know. You talk
like
to it
talking to
like you
Siri.
shouldn't. Like you're not supposed to talk to Siri.
She repeats everything I say.
Yeah, because
Even the bad words.
He says, "Hey Siri, tell so and so," which you don't have to say that part.
But it
Like,
makes
do you
it-
want to reply? Yes. Tell her. And then the
and
message is,
that's-
tell
tell
her.
her. Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to that woman in the box, in the thing, in the dashboard. I feel like,
She's there.
you know, when I was
In
a
some ways,
kid.
she is with you.
Let me ask you guys this. You probably will think I'm silly. Well, you do.
No way.
When you were little kids, and be honest, when you heard the radio, didn't you think there were people
No.
Nobody
playing?
thought that.
No.
I don't mean in the radio. Didn't you? No.
Oh, like live?
Yeah.
No.
No.
But those things do happen. They do it all the time.
It does happen. Yeah, it
On the
does.
Bluegrass Channel, they'll have people come in studio, and
No.
that
I
happens.
think maybe I thought they were.
Every
Like
time,
all the time?
it's like
I
way
did
out.
th- I did. I did
You're
think
like
that.
way out in West Virginia. All of a sudden, AC/DC is here
Yeah.
in the in BFE.
When I was really little, that's what I thought, and I think I asked my dad, and he said, "Yeah, that's what's going on."
He would say that.
He would have said that too.
Yeah.
That's what he would have said. So
Well, all right. Anything else to
I don't
talk
know.
about
Did
the
we get
BM?
anything accomplished?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't either. We were
That
all
was
over
great.
the place, and I'm sorry. We may have to redo this.
No.
No, I don't mean us redoing it. I think when Thad.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, we will for sure when that's
Well,
out.
yeah, things are going to change here, shortly.
And it's hard. It's kind of hard to make networking exciting. Really, it's just a bunch of facts. So, and that's not always great information.
Yeah, but I guess if you take anything from this, if you want to network your machine and you
can.
have an X, a V, or a K, we can network. The older machines, a D series backwards, you really can't network those anymore. They don't have. Well, you can't network them with LAN because they don't have network cards in them. And all those old electronics are getting to where, Windows doesn't support them, and you just can't get the parts to do it. So, but the newer stuff, we can figure out a way to network it for you.
Yeah, K and newer.
X, V and newer. V has to, the X's and the K's have LAN boards built into them. If you have the V series machines, now I'm not listening to you.
I know.
If you have a V series machine, you have to buy a LAN board. So keep that in mind too, and they're not cheap.
They're pricey.
Yeah. So you have to replace the board in there to accept a LAN. But everything now from K and X are LAN
I
ready.
was going to do it again.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I know better. So anyway, and we got some really cool stuff coming down the pipe. So
Is it pipe or pike?
I've heard it both ways.
I know.
Pike.
Yeah, pike is.
What
the,
is a
Seems
pike?
like it should be pike.
It's a fish.
Somebody's trying to rent me a house.
Rent you a house?
Awesome residence for rent. 1,803 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $803 a month.
Holy cow!
That ought to be in a good neighborhood.
I'm interested.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Well, it said Marla, and I don't know why. I think it's Marla in Cleveland that they're trying to get in touch with.
What?
Why would
Yes.
they have your number?
Because I have a Cleveland area code,
Yep.
and I will get it always calls me Marla from these bots.
That's weird.
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, maybe it's just a coincidence.
Maybe
It
it's
could be
not.
any
Maybe it's not
Marla.
Marla.
Yeah.
That we know.
could
That
be a
we know and
coincidence.
love. So, what else do we have?
I think that's it.
Got some sad news.
Yeah. Would you like to share?
You
I
want
don't
to
really
share?
want to.
You don't want to?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna.
You have to.
I have to.
So we're just gonna. No, just don't say anything, and then when this
Okay.
happens next, be like, "What the?
Okay.
No, we're not going to do that.
No, it's not fair."
We owe it to our fan.
Our fan.
Our fan.
So, Sarah.
My demise.
Sarah's, it's not an untimely demise, it's a timely demise, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
An
'Cause you planned it.
untimely demise is when you don't expect it,
Yeah.
right?
It was untimely for me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's untimely for me, too, now that it's happening. But I'm leaving.
Yeah. I should have had some sad
music ready.
There's some stuff on here that I shouldn't play. I probably should just not hit a button.
Maybe it'll be the perfect.
No,
I know. There's a real good
one.
one on there that I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so anyway, Sarah's last day is
Tomorrow.
Which will be
Don't do it.
not when this comes out.
Don't do it. Yeah, I'm bummed.
Yeah, we're all bummed.
We're all bummed.
But she won the
Mainly
lottery and
because
told us all to screw ourselves. So
She's going to go run embroidery on
Yeah.
an island.
on an island, and one in the mountains too. She's
Yeah.
got 2 embroidery shops.
So you got to be happy for me.
Yeah, I'm not happy for you. But
Oh, okay. Well,
But we wish you luck, and it sucks.
it
Yeah.
does.
she's done a really good job. I'm gonna talk about her like she's not here. You know, people do that. They're like, Sarah did a good job.
We can actually talk about her like she's not here next time when she's not
yeah.
here.
You can
Well.
say whatever you want next time.
No, we would never.
No, we would not take your name in vain.
Yeah, we're going to put a figurine in that chair so that maybe the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
You got to take him with you.
You're gonna take the Cookie Monster, aren't you?
Yeah.
You taking
probably
your stuffed
should.
animal?
Unless your
Are you-
child wants that back. Or no, it wasn't the cookie. That was
It was the
actually
pi-
yours.
It was
The cookie.
pillow thing.
Yeah.
It was mine.
Are you taking
That
Kevin?
was yours. Yeah, I'm taking Kevin with me for sure. A lizard actually tried to get in the window yesterday, and I was
He
like,
probably thinks
Kevin.
that Kevin is a real lizard.
Probably
It does look pretty real
It
sitting there.
does.
scared the
Well,
crap out of me
have
when I first saw it. I screamed.
we have a fake lizard. Well, it's not, I hate to say fake.
We have a
It's
lobster.
real.
in the
In a
back.
lot of
replica,
ways.
a replica of a lizard
It's a taxidermied lizard.
named
Call
Kevin.
it what it is.
He was shot on a hunt. We got his stuff.
Somebody paid good money to go on a lizard farm and hunt that. High fence operation.
Then we have a new lizard that comes in and visits us. He gets in under the door some ways. I haven't seen him. Have you seen him this year?
Yeah,
Oh, you have?
yeah.
Okay.
He was in here. A couple
He
weeks
hides
ago.
under the copier most of the time.
Oh yeah.
And literally yesterday, there was one banging against the window trying to get in.
Really?
Yeah. Y'all got a lizard problem.
That got the gophers. They'll take care of it if they can catch them.
Gophers eat lizards?
I don't know. A hawk could swoop down and get
So
it.
you're taking Kevin. You taking?
This is like a divorce.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
taking Kevin.
Well, I'm keeping
Listen, I
Kevin
get Kevin.
number one. You're
Kevin
taking
every other
Kevin
weekend.
number two.
Yes, I'm taking Kevin.
So Sarah is leaving, and we're all sad about it. She is a very, very valuable member of our little office here in Archdale. There's only 4 of us here. It's where all the decisions get made, where all the big things get done.
None of that's true.
No, not really. But we got a good little thing here, and she has to screw it all up and leave. So, no, we wish her the best. She's done a great job, whatever her future endeavors are. People always say that, endeavors.
Yeah.
That's a hard word to spell, isn't it? You try to spell endeavor?
I'll do it right now.
Go ahead.
ENDEAVORS.
I always put a U in there.
If you can, if you're French,
If you're
British.
endeavor.
British,
From UK, that's how they spell like color. COLO.
or tired, TYRE.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have Jamie on more often.
We probably will.
Yeah, or just let her slither by.
If she'll get on her belly and crawl to the bathroom.
Yeah, every third episode, that seems to be the trend.
But
Yeah.
we hope you learned something here. It's been a lot of fun having you.
I learned so much and met so many good people. You know, it's been really good.
How do you get out of this black hole of embroidery? Because I've been trying to do it for almost 30 years, and I can't get out. How did
She
you do
just
it?
she just
I don't
told
know.
you weeks ago that she's leaving. That's how she did it.
Yeah, but I still don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, don't be a stranger.
I won't.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, everybody says that, but they know.
I'm just gonna send you guys random things in the mail just to say hello.
You
Okay.
should. You should definitely do that.
Stuff some dollar bills in there too.
Also, I've insisted that the Pro 3 be named Sarah. So
Yes.
Okay.
I will
means,
live
that means
on.
we couldn't sell it.
No, we could. We just rename a new one.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. Well, don't be a stranger. I talked to my old boss a week ago, so you should do the same every week.
My very old boss.
Demented.
Tuna
boss.
burping.
You will. Hopefully, you'll go somewhere that your new boss can hear what you say, because I can't hear you.
Hopefully.
You have such a soft voice, and I'm deaf.
So when you do call,
Just scream. Just absolutely scream.
I was going to say people won't get to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll be talking to Jamie and Brandon more
Yeah.
now if you call in.
You're quick on the phone. It amazes me.
I try to be.
Is it like a contest between you two?
Sometimes, yeah.
I never think of it that way until
Just now.
I'm like, how did she do that so fast? But yours on the left side. Your phone's on the left side of your desk, right?
Yeah.
Mine is too. I thought that was my disadvantage. Like, I thought it was on your right. Because if it's on the right side, I think I could get it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, good Lord. I think it rings like a millisecond quicker.
Does it? I have to have some sort of advantage over you.
You're just a better person. All right, so yeah, everybody wish Sarah best of luck, and
Yeah, I do. We wish her the very best. She's a good person.
you're good people.
You are good people.
Thanks. Y'all are good people, too.
We think we are, but
All right, well
not
that's a
everybody
sad.
thinks so.
You're going to
Such
have
a
to have more
sad way.
guests on. Just have more guests on.
Yeah, we've been trying. It's hard to get. People are so busy. It's hard.
People
It's
are really
hard
busy,
to get
yeah.
them to take. And I've contacted a couple people, and they're like, "Yeah, I'd like to, but when do you do it? And can you do it after hours? We can.
Especially this
But I don't want
industry
to.
seems like very busy. Like
Yeah.
it hasn't
Mhm.
slowed down.
Yeah, there's. I've been.
Yeah, I mean, I got like 4 or 5 phone calls last night at like 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Like,
All
I'm
wanting
sorry.
new machines.
Yeah, and just information. It's like, well, that's when they have time to call you. So I don't care. Call me whenever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I take calls after hours.
Yeah, we'll do a
Usually it's
podcast after hours. And
Yeah,
if-
if we need to, we'll do
Yeah.
that. So, anyway,
All righty. Well, on that note, that sad note.
Do you have one more burp in you for like my last hurrah?
it might not be a burp. I'm
gonna-
scared. I'm scared.
All right, we gotta go.
I'm scared. I'll cheat myself.
You what?
Cheat myself.
Cheaters. What's that mean?
You know what that means? I'm gonna try to explain it.
Cheat?
I can't
Are you saying cheat?
Cheat, like
Not cheat. That's what you said. I'm gonna cheat myself. All right, we're done. All right.
let's get out of here.
Yeah.
This is horrible. I think I've got vacation lag. What do you call
Do
it?
you?
I can't.
Hey, we'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. Tell Sarah how badly you'll miss her.
Yeah, tell her.
And how this
there's
podcast
probably-
will never be the same.
There's probably people that will stop watching.
Garen told you.
Yeah.
Karen told you.
Yeah.
You know what she's going to do? She's going to take her fans and start her own embroidery
Embroidery.
podcast.
We gotta go.
No, you know what? I'm going to make you sign a, what do you call that?
NDA?
Non-compete.
What's an NDA?
Clause.
Non-disclosure?
Non-disclosure
Yeah,
agreement. Yeah.
Non-compete, yeah.
That you can't start another embroidery podcast.
You should.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All righty.
Adios.
Y'all check your check your dongles. See you later. Bye-bye.